Let's be honest, ladies. How many times have you stood in front of the mirror, wondering what it is about some days that makes men stare a little longer, smile a little wider, or find some excuse to talk to you? You didn't say anything different. You didn't wear something over the top, and yet something about you pulled him in. What if I told you that the real secret might not be your lipstick shade or your outfit, but your hair? Yes, your hairstyle might just be the most underestimated weapon of attraction in your entire feminine arsenal. Not convinced? Good. Because what I'm about to share with you isn't just beauty advice. It's grounded in psychology, biology, and years of social research. It turns out certain hairstyles activate attraction triggers in the male brain without him even realizing it. And the best part, they're not about looking perfect. They're about playing with energy, contrast, movement, and mood. See, most women are taught that seduction is in the eyes or the lips. But let me tell you a truth that might change how you walk into every room from now on. Your hair can create fantasy, spark connection, and ignite obsession if you know what it's saying. Because your hairstyle doesn't just show how you look, it shows how you feel. And men, oh, they read that language fluently. In this video, I'm revealing 6 specific hairstyles that have been proven to make men go absolutely crazy, and why each one taps into a different part of their desire. This isn't about trends. This is about strategy, feminine power, and making him notice you in a way that lingers, ready to unlock what your hair has been trying to say all along. Good, because the first one might be the most underestimated of all. 1. The effortless messy buns. The "I woke up like this" look. The effortless messy bun is more than just a hairstyle. It's a statement of feminine freedom, magnetic nonchalance, and deeply ingrained sensuality that men simply cannot resist. It speaks volumes without saying a word, sending out whispers of confidence, playfulness, and quiet seduction that stir something primal in the male brain. Picture it. Hair casually twisted up, a few delicate strands escaping around your face, the soft exposure of your neck and collarbone, the suggestion that you didn't plan to be noticed, but were born to be. This style taps into a powerful contrast. Effortless yet intentional, relaxed yet alluring, unguarded yet intriguing. It plays on the idea that beauty doesn't have to scream to be seen. It can simply exist in its rawest, most natural form. Men are evolutionarily drawn to authenticity. The messy bun signals ease, warmth, and femininity in a way that feels approachable and real. It doesn't intimidate. It invites. It's the look of the girl he passes in a bookstore, sipping coffee and flipping through a novel, who isn't trying to impress, but somehow leaves a lasting impression anyway. There's something about the undone nature of it that suggests confidence. You're not hiding behind layers of hairspray or chasing perfection. You're choosing to show up as you are. And that kind of self-assurance is magnetic. In a world of high-gloss images and filtered perfection, the messy bun whispers, "I'm already enough." But don't let the word messy fool you. There's an art to it, a quiet elegance in the chaos. It frames the face in a way that softens features and draws attention to the eyes. It lets the curve of your neck catch the light. It keeps him wondering, imagining, leaning in. This style triggers something so subconscious. According to studies in behavioral psychology, men respond more positively to women who appear naturally beautiful and low maintenance because it signals long-term compatibility and emotional availability. The messy bun creates that illusion masterfully. It's not about being plain. It's about seeming effortless, while still being absolutely captivating. It's the illusion of spontaneity, the suggestion that you don't need a full glam team to feel beautiful. You just are. And let's talk about versatility. The messy bun is the ultimate chameleon. It works at brunch, on a walk, in bed, or on a date night. With just a swipe of lipstick and a teasing smile, it says, I'm down to earth, and I know exactly what I'm doing, all at once. And men, they're hardwired to be intrigued by that complexity. It hints that there's more beneath the surface, a story, a mood, a woman who's comfortable in her own skin. That kind of energy is addictive. It's also incredibly intimate. There's a closeness that this hairstyle creates. It draws attention upward towards the face, making eye contact more intense. It uncovers the ears and the nape of the neck, two of the most sensitive and overlooked areas that men find surprisingly attractive. It gives off that fresh-out-of-bed vibe, suggesting softness, sensuality, and an easy kind of intimacy that feels private, like a secret shared. It's no wonder men lean in, lower their voices, and slow down their speech when talking to a woman with this look. It puts them in a different headspace, one that's more emotional, more instinctive, more connected. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The messy bun isn't just about attracting attention. It's about holding it. Because once you've sparked curiosity, once he's seen that effortless beauty, he starts to wonder about the woman behind the look. He imagines the moment you put your hair up, the way you smile when you do it, the life you lead when you're not trying to impress anyone. He fills in the blanks, and in doing so, becomes invested. That's the power of subtle seduction. And when you walk past him, hair piled high with just the right amount of undone magic, something in him will turn. He might not even know why, but he'll want to look again. That desire to look again, to look deeper, that's attraction in its purest form. What's even more powerful is that this look can be completely customized to your personality. Loose and voluminous says dreamy and romantic. Tightly twisted and high says playful and bold. A low relaxed bun with wispy pieces says chill, feminine, and mysterious. It becomes an extension of your emotional state, a mood board made of strands. The beauty of the messy bun lies in its paradox. It's both undone and deliberate, wild yet controlled. It's the hairstyle that says, I didn't come to impress anyone, but I do anyway. And that message, it lands every time. Men aren't analyzing it the way we are. They're simply responding to the feeling it gives them. A sense of comfort, warmth, softness, and maybe even a touch of fantasy. Think about the woman he wants to wake up next to on a Sunday morning, bare-faced and radiant, wrapped in his arms. That's the essence this style captures. And don't underestimate how this look changes your own energy. Wearing your hair in a messy bun affects how you move, how you feel, how you hold yourself. It frees your face, opens up your body language, and invites playfulness. You become more expressive, more approachable, more naturally flirtatious without trying. That internal shift reflects outward, and he notices. Even if he can't explain it, he feels it. And once a man feels drawn to you emotionally, everything else follows. That's why the messy bun is so much more than a hair choice. It's an emotional cue, a symbol of self-trust, a quiet rebellion against overdoing, a signal to him and to yourself that your feminine power doesn't need permission to be seen. It just is. So while it might look like you just threw it up and ran out the door, what you're really doing is embodying a whole narrative of ease, beauty, confidence, and soft mystery. And in a world where so many are trying so hard, the woman who doesn't need to is unforgettable. This look says you know who you are, that you're not trying to seduce, but somehow you are. And the irony, that's exactly what seduction is. It's about what you don't say, what you don't reveal, what you almost show. The messy bun is the physical form of that energy, underestimated maybe, but once he's seen you like this, trust me, he won't forget. Not because it's flashy, not because it's obvious, but because it's real. And real always lingers longer, in the memory, in his mind. You become the woman who made an impact without even trying. And that, my love, is irresistible. 2. Long, loose waves. The soft, feminine energy. Long, loose waves are the physical embodiment of romantic energy, flowing, feminine, and filled with a softness that hypnotizes the male gaze without even trying. There's something almost cinematic about it, the way those waves catch the light, the way they move with you, bouncing gently with every step, like a secret language of seduction. When a woman wears her hair in long, loose waves, she becomes the heroine of an everyday dream, a living fantasy wrapped in movement, mystery, and unspoken warmth. What makes this look so magnetically powerful is its deep connection to nature and primal instinct. Think about water, soft, fluid, irresistible. That's exactly what this style mimics. It's wild yet controlled, structured yet spontaneous. It suggests openness, sensuality, and deep emotional intelligence. Men don't just notice it, they feel it. There's a softness in those waves that makes them lean in, creating a feeling of calm desire, of wanting to be close, to touch, to explore. It's the opposite of harsh or dramatic. It's alluring in the gentlest way. This hairstyle activates something within a man that tells him, here's a woman who is nurturing, warm, and radiant. She glows, she flows, she lingers. It's no surprise that when researchers have studied male attraction to hairstyles, long wavy hair consistently ranks at the top. It's perceived as a signal of health, fertility, and vitality, core drivers of subconscious attraction. But beyond biology, there's a story this look tells. It whispers of moonlit nights, spontaneous adventures, laughter in the dark, hands in hair, and kisses that don't need words. It's cinematic, poetic. It's the hair of the woman who's remembered years after she's gone, the one whose presence still feels like a perfume on his shirt. And don't forget the visual rhythm. Waves create movement, and movement always draws the eye. Men are naturally attracted to motion because it suggests energy and life. When your hair flows, it makes your presence feel more alive. Even when you're still, your waves move. They breathe, they pulse, they invite. And when paired with soft fabrics, a hint of perfume, or a confident gaze, they become utterly disarming. There's a reason this look is used in films, perfume ads, and romance novels. It's not just beautiful, it's emotional. It represents the woman who's both gentle and powerful, dreamy but grounded, deeply feminine in a way that commands attention, not by force, but by feeling. You know the type. She walks into the room and everyone turns, not because she's loud, but because she carries an aura. Her waves become part of her presence, her rhythm, her flow. And yet here's the irony. It looks effortless, but it speaks volumes. The right kind of wave isn't overly styled or crunchy with product. It's soft, touchable, and alive. It begs to be played with, tucked behind the ear, brushed off the shoulder, or caught in the wind. These small gestures, subtle, almost unconscious, are flirtation gold. When you wear your hair like this, every movement becomes an invitation. The way you laugh and toss it back, The way a strand falls into your eyes and you tuck it away. The way he watches it sway as you walk away. These are micro moments of intimacy, and trust me, he notices. Men are deeply visual creatures, but what truly captivates them isn't just what they see. It's what they feel. Long, loose waves create a sensory reaction. They look soft, so he imagines they feel soft. He sees movement and imagines warmth. He sees natural beauty and feels drawn toward it. This connection between visual and emotional attraction is the very heart of seduction. And if you want to heighten it, play with contrast. Pair your waves with a bold lip, a structured outfit, or a mysterious scent. The contrast between softness and strength, between visual romance and quiet confidence, will keep him completely enchanted. He won't be able to explain it, but he'll be thinking about you long after you leave. There's also an element of storytelling in this hairstyle. Waves suggest that you've just come from the beach, or from a romantic dinner, or from somewhere he wishes he'd been with you. It creates a backstory. He wants to know, who is this woman? Where is she going? Who gets to run his hands through her hair? It plants a question in his mind, and desire always follows curiosity. This is why waves are such a powerful tool in your feminine toolbox. They don't just show beauty, they spark imagination. That's what makes them unforgettable. And don't think you need naturally wavy hair to achieve this effect. There are dozens of easy ways to create soft, romantic waves that suit your unique texture. From heatless overnight braids to a few gentle curls with a large barrel iron. The goal isn't perfection, it's movement, flow, a softness that feels alive. And remember, when styling, always think touchable. Men don't want to feel like your hair is a sculpture. They want to imagine their hands in it, the texture, the scent, the way it falls. This is the difference between pretty and seductive. Pretty is admired. Seductive is remembered. So, next time you're planning a look for a date, a party, or even a casual coffee run where you might accidentally run into him, let your hair speak a little louder. Let it fall over your shoulders. Let it move with you. Let it catch the light, the air, and his attention. Long, loose waves aren't just about looking good. They're about feeling magnetic. They put you in your body, shift your energy, and remind you that you don't have to force attraction. It can flow from you, just like your waves. And if you've ever wondered why some women seem to glow without trying, why men seem to orbit around them, why they walk into a space and suddenly everything changes, well, now you know one of their secrets. So, if you're loving this energy, if you felt that moment when your hair made you feel soft and powerful at once, then like this video and comment #1 below to let me know you're feeling this vibe. And don't forget to subscribe, because the next hairstyle we're diving into brings out a whole different side of you. One that's playful, confident, and absolutely irresistible. 3. High ponytail, the confident, playful alpha girl. The high ponytail is a symbol of fierce feminine power, clean, bold, and unapologetically confident. It turns heads with its sharp lines and playful bounce, creating an instant statement that commands attention and admiration. It's not just a hairstyle, it's a declaration. When a woman wears a high ponytail, she radiates purpose and presence. It elongates the neck, lifts the face, and exposes the features with unapologetic clarity. There's nowhere to hide with this look, and that's exactly what makes it so magnetic. It draws focus to the eyes, the cheekbones, and the curve of the jawline. It sharpens your silhouette and signals that you are not only aware of your power, you're owning it. But it's not just about sharpness, it's about contrast. The high ponytail carries both discipline and play. It's structured, yet it swings. It's tight, yet it moves. It says, I'm in control, but I can also be unpredictable. That duality, it's irresistible. Men respond instinctively to this kind of polarity. The ponytail plays on the same subconscious allure as a woman in heels. Elevated, intentional, purposeful. There's an athletic energy to it that hints at vitality and strength, while its sleekness speaks to sophistication. It tells a story of a woman who is focused and in motion, full of direction, and yet has this effortless ability to tease, laugh, and flirt without breaking stride. When she pulls her hair up into a high ponytail, it's like a physical lift to her entire aura. She stands taller, walks faster, and becomes kinetic, electric, energized. Men notice this shift. It catches them off guard because it blends assertiveness with femininity in a way that few other styles do. There's also an element of youth and fun in the high ponytail. It carries the memories of cheerleaders, gym class, crushes, school hallways, and sweaty palms. But when worn by a woman who knows her power, it evolves into something else, something bold and undeniably hot. It becomes a look that doesn't ask for attention, it commands it. It walks into a room 3 seconds before she does, and it works in every setting. In the gym, it's sleek and functional, accentuating her form and movement. In the office, it's polished and powerful. On a date, it's suggestive and playful. The versatility of the high ponytail makes it one of the most powerful tools in your feminine arsenal. It adapts while maintaining its core message. I'm here, I'm focused, and I'm not afraid to be seen. Men are drawn to women who carry themselves with intention, and nothing says intention quite like hair pulled high and tight, swaying with every step, like punctuation in a sentence. It creates rhythm, a beat that follows you wherever you go. And when he watches it move, he's not just watching hair, he's watching you, your energy, your momentum. That motion keeps his eyes glued. Psychologically, this style speaks to his sense of challenge. It suggests that you're not just beautiful, you're sharp, smart, maybe even a little intimidating. And contrary to what some believe, intimidation can be intensely attractive when paired with warmth. The high ponytail creates that exact effect. It's not cold, it's powerful. It says you know how to play, but also how to lead, and that balance is addictive. Let's not forget how tactile this style is. When your hair is up, your neck is exposed, and your shoulders are unobstructed, it invites closeness without effort. It makes touch feel more intentional. A hand at the back of your neck, a whisper into your ear. The ponytail frames these moments, turning them into cinematic intimacy, and you, in your sleek, pulled-back look, become the star of the moment. It also influences how you behave. When your hair is up, your body language shifts. You stand taller, your gestures are more direct, you take up space differently. And because you feel more confident, more deliberate, your energy becomes sharper, and energy is what men truly respond to. He may not even realize why he is suddenly more interested, why he's listening more closely, why his eyes follow your every move. But you'll know. It's because the high ponytail isn't just a look, it's an attitude. And attitude, when aligned with sensuality, becomes power. There's something incredibly clean and elevated about this style. It gives the impression of being put together, focused, and in control of your image. Men, despite what they may say, love a woman who knows how to present herself. The high ponytail suggests that you value precision, but not perfection. It's not fussy, it's efficient, streamlined, direct. And in that simplicity lies its seduction, because nothing is sexier than someone who knows how to make a statement without overcomplicating it. You don't need layers of effort when your presence is already saying everything. And then there's the bounce, that flirtatious rhythmic swing that follows you as you move. It's playful, teasing kinetic energy made visible. Every step becomes part of the performance, and whether it's intentional or not, it mesmerizes. Movement is hypnotic. It pulls focus. It invites imagination. It hints at energy, spirit, stamina, all the things that spark desire on a deeper level. In many ways, the high ponytail is the hairstyle of momentum. It's for the woman who's moving forward, chasing goals, playing hard, loving hard, living wide open. And men don't just want to look at that kind of woman. They want to keep up with her. She challenges them, excites them, makes them feel like they're part of something dynamic. And when a man feels energized by a woman, when he feels inspired in her presence, when she makes him want to rise to her level, that's when true attraction happens. Not because she's asking for it, but because she is it. The high ponytail is for the woman who knows who she is, who plays by her own rules, who knows when to be sweet, when to be sharp, and when to blend both in a single look. She walks in with her head high and her hair higher, and the world takes notice. She doesn't need approval, but somehow everyone wants to give it to her. And the man who sees her, he sees a woman who could ruin him in the best possible way, not because she tries, but because her confidence is a flame he can't stop reaching for. This style doesn't whisper, it speaks. It doesn't suggest, it declares. And when you wear it, you embody that declaration. You move through the world as a force, a flirt, a fire, and trust me, they feel it. They always do. 4. The side-swept look. The mysterious siren. The side-swept hairstyle is mystery in motion. A look that teases the imagination, hinting at secrets behind the eyes and stories left untold. It's a magnetic asymmetry that pulls his gaze like gravity. This isn't a style that begs for attention. It commands it through curiosity, contrast, and that subtle veil of mystery that men find absolutely hypnotic. When a woman parts her hair deep to one side and lets it fall over one eye or cheek, she is, consciously or not, triggering a phenomenon that psychologists call visual intrigue. You see, the human brain is wired to respond to balance and symmetry, but it becomes emotionally engaged by slight asymmetry. It feels like a puzzle, and we're compelled to solve it. That's what the side-swept style does. It's not loud or showy, it's cinematic. Think of the femmes fatales, the women who enter the room and say everything with a glance and half a smile. Their hair falls just so, casually deliberate, perfectly imperfect. That's the energy this style taps into. It frames the face in a way that softens one side and reveals the other, making each tilt of the head feel like a new scene, a new emotion, a new invitation. Men don't just notice it, they lean into it, drawn by the invitation to discover more. It also brings focus to the lips, the neckline, the curve of the jaw. It creates shadows and softness that make a woman's features feel almost dreamlike. In movement, it sways with a rhythm that feels sensual, personal, a kind of private performance that no one else gets to see. the same way. When you laugh or look down shyly and brush it away, it creates a cinematic moment he'll remember. There's something deeply feminine about it, like the pages of a novel coming to life. But there's also a boldness, a quiet one, the kind that whispers instead of shouts, that says, "I see you, but you don't see all of me, not yet." And that not yet is everything. It keeps him guessing, keeps him interested, keeps his imagination running wild. This look works in every setting. Worn down and sleek for a night out with a backless dress and a smoky eye. It's high drama, high impact. Worn loose and slightly tousled with a white tee and jeans. It's effortless and romantic. Worn with volume, it channels old Hollywood. Worn straight and tucked behind one ear, it's modern and polished. The versatility is endless, but the effect is always the same. Mystique. Men are endlessly drawn to the unknown. They're hunters by nature, psychologically attracted to what feels just out of reach. The side-swept look plays right into that instinct. It says, "You can look, but you'll never quite catch me." And he'll keep trying, which is exactly the point, because attraction isn't about immediate gratification. It's about tension, about layers, about unfolding slowly. And few styles create that layered effect, like the sweep of hair that suggests more than it shows. There's also something incredibly tactile about it. It invites touch. The moment when he brushes a strand from your cheek, tucks it behind your ear, or simply stares at the way it moves when you turn your head. Hair becomes an emotional tool in these moments. It connects sight to sensation, desire to action. That's not accidental, it's biological. Our sensory systems are closely tied to emotional memory. When something feels good to look at, it often creates a deeper, longer-lasting impression. And if it feels like it should be touched, it stirs desire. This is the sacred art of seduction, to engage all the senses without needing to say a single word. The side-swept look does that naturally. It plays on contrast, the revealed versus the hidden, the confident versus the coy, and in that contrast lies your power. You don't have to give it all away. You don't have to explain yourself. You just let the softness of your hair and the sharpness of your presence speak for you, and they do. This style also empowers you. When your hair falls just right over your face, it's like armor made of silk. It lets you control what you show and what you don't. You can peek from behind it, laugh into it, toss it over your shoulder in a moment of playful defiance. It becomes part of your expression, an extension of your mood, your story, your mystery, and you'll feel it. You'll feel more sensual, more connected to your body, more in tune with your own presence. That feeling radiates. It affects how you move, how you speak, how you connect. And when you're radiating from the inside, he can't help but notice, because energy is the first thing men respond to. It's the vibe, before the words, before the outfit, before anything. The side-swept look is like a song you can't stop humming, a perfume that lingers in the air, a thought that sticks even when you're gone. It's the physical embodiment of the phrase, "Less is more," and sometimes much more. So if you've ever wanted to walk into a room and feel like the most unforgettable woman, there, not because you're the loudest or the most dressed up, but because you carry a kind of quiet magic. This is the look that delivers it. It's timeless, it's intimate, it's endlessly feminine. So if you're still with me and you feel this energy, if you've ever worn your hair like this and felt it, really felt that shift, that sense of mystery, then like this video and comment #1 below so I know you're one of the sirens. And don't forget to subscribe, because what we're revealing next is a whole different kind of powerful. The sleek, bold, take no prisoners energy that turns heads and locks eyes in seconds. Trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next. 5. The sleek straight. Look, the power woman. The sleek straight hairstyle is a declaration of precision, control, and unapologetic sophistication. A look that cuts through the noise with its sharp lines and smooth finish, commanding attention with quiet authority. This isn't a look that begs to be noticed. It expects to be. It arrives before you do, like a signature scent or the first note of a familiar song. When a woman walks in with sleek, straight hair, parted cleanly and falling like silk down her shoulders, it tells the world something immediately. She knows who she is, and she's not afraid to be seen in her full clarity. It's not about hiding or blending in. It's about stepping into the spotlight with purpose. Men don't just notice this look, they're disarmed by it. Why? Because it carries an energy that says, I don't need to try to be sexy, I already am. The sleek, straight style is visual confidence. It reveals everything, with nothing to distract. It sharpens the lines of the face, draws the eye to the collarbone, highlights posture, and allows every detail of her expression to stand in its power. There's no hiding behind waves or softness here. This is bold, direct, elegant seduction. This look activates the part of a man's mind that responds to competence, independence, and class. It doesn't ask questions, it makes statements, and that can be incredibly seductive. Think of the iconic women in cinema, on red carpets, or in leadership roles. Their hair is often sleek, parted, and flawlessly smooth, framing their face like punctuation on a sentence. It's high contrast, high impact, and yet it's not loud. It whispers in high definition. It tells him, I have standards, and that alone shifts his behavior. Men elevate their energy in the presence of a woman like this. They stand straighter, speak more carefully, offer more respect, because this hairstyle demands it. It's not about intimidation, it's about identity. This woman is the boss, the beauty, the brain, and the one who sets the tone. And when she wears her hair sleek and straight, she doesn't just show up, she arrives. But this look isn't just for boardrooms and cocktail bars. It's for any woman who wants to feel polished, present, and powerful. The simplicity of the straight style becomes a canvas for everything else. A bold red lip, a strong brow, an elegant outfit, a confident gaze. And because it's so smooth, it gives the impression of being untouchable until you choose to let someone in. That contrast between the cool, composed exterior and the warmth waiting beneath, that's emotional tension, and that tension creates longing. A man doesn't just want to look, he wants to understand. He wants to know what's behind the sleek, what makes her laugh, what makes her melt, what makes her soften. And in trying to figure it out, he's already falling. There's also a sensory aspect to this style that makes it unforgettable. The shine, the movement, the way it reflects light with every subtle turn of the head. It becomes a hypnotic effect. Straight hair, when cared for and styled with intention, looks luxurious. And luxury attracts, not because of status, but because of the feeling it gives off. It says, I take care of myself. And a woman who takes care of herself signals that she doesn't need anyone, but might want someone. That distinction is where power lives. This hairstyle also accentuates the architecture of the body. With nothing to distract, the neck looks longer, the shoulders stronger, the profile more striking. And because it's so clean, it becomes a mirror for confidence. A woman in this look doesn't play small. She plays smart. That sharpness, the ability to walk into a room and own her lane, is devastatingly attractive. Men aren't just drawn to softness, they're drawn to certainty. To a woman who moves with direction, who speaks with purpose, who isn't afraid of silence or being watched. Sleek, straight hair supports that energy. It clears away the noise. It doesn't fidget or fall out of place. It stays, holds, owns, and that gives her freedom to lead, to flirt, to focus, to be. It's also a look that invites contrast in the most delicious ways. Imagine a tight ponytail or a style tucked behind the ear, then add a whisper of perfume at the nape of the neck, a bold eye, or a low-cut back. Now the sleek becomes sensual. Add a soft smile, and suddenly it's intimate. It can go from office to evening, from queen to siren, from boss to muse in a heartbeat, all without changing a strand. That's the versatility of this style. It adapts to your mood, but never loses its message. You are in control, and that control is captivating, even when you choose to break it. Because when a man sees a woman who looks polished, powerful, and put together, he imagines what it would take for her to unravel. What would make her laugh uncontrollably? What would make her lose control? What would make her let her hair down, literally and figuratively? That imagination is fuel. It creates a fantasy, not of perfection, but of contrast. And that's where true desire lives, not in surface beauty, but in the energy underneath it. The sleek, straight hairstyle gives you the power to control the narrative, to say less and mean more, to show clarity but hint at complexity, to be undeniable without being flashy. And in a world of noise, that quiet strength is more seductive than anything else. Men are visual, yes, but more than that, they are intuitive. They sense when a woman knows her worth, and the straight, smooth, confident hairstyle screams self-worth without raising its voice. That's why it works, not because it's trendy, but because it reflects an internal reality. It's a style of women who build empires, write novels, run companies, and command rooms. Yet it's also for the woman who wants to feel sleek, minimal, and put together on a regular Tuesday. There is elegance and simplicity. There is beauty and clarity. There is power in not needing excess to be unforgettable. That's what this hairstyle gives you. A stage for your essence, a spotlight for your truth. And when you walk through a room with your hair shining, parted, and controlled, every step becomes a statement. Every look becomes a conversation. Every moment becomes intentional. And everything about your energy, your presence, your look says, I'm already everything I need to be. Anything else is just a bonus. That's the energy that makes you unforgettable.